It's time for your pole shootout, folks. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. It's mano a mano. Have we got any Jac Haudenschild fans here tonight? Have we got any Kerry Madson fans in the house? The boys getting a quick engine start, warm up and hot lap. This is the way it works. 2 cars on the racetrack. The winner stays out there. The loser starts from position 12. And bearing in mind, we have tonight $1,900. The major sponsor of this is KCP Racing. So it's 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. Jac Haudenschild up against Kerry Madson. Have we got anybody here from America tonight? Have we got anyone here from Australia? Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! The Madman against the Wild Child for 2 laps to decide who's going to the next round, and we are green! Perfect start. Kerry leads him down. Jac goes straight to the cushion. Here comes the black and green 71. It will not lift. Kerry gets back to the cushion to protect the groove. Out of turn 4. Kerry looking good. 1 down, 1 to go. Not much the black and green 71 can do. Come on, Sydney. How about it for Kerry Madson?
Oh, Jac off the racetrack.
Who's never going to lift. Now, the interesting thing about all this, interesting thing about all this is that Kerry Madson, directly after the pole shootout, will make a decision as to whether he's going to take the D19 challenge. He wanted to wait, Stewie, until the end of the pole shootout to make up his mind.
Well, you can't blame him. The other looker comes out onto the racetrack and the Capella Bar Wreckers.
Oh, this is juicy.
Number 21 of Mr. Gary Brazier.
How about the controversy between these two and the,
over the years.
Rivalry over the years?
Hey, wait, just before we keep going on that, don't forget, KPC from the States, Ian Madsen's sponsor and car owner over there in the States. Remember, they put up an extra $1,900. $1,900 for the man that moves forward through this the most places. So there's another $1,900 up for grabs right now. Brazier on the bottom side, the Madman on the top side. Who's going to take out and start out of position, or further try and start out of position 11? Now Kerry gets off the gas going into 1. He wants to straighten the car up through the top side, trying to get that momentum. Brazier runs through the middle into 3, drifts up to the cushion, coming out of 4. Kerry's having a look coming out. Now Kerry's going to wind up on the top side through 1 and 2. Brazier through the middle. Kerry gets a run on him, closes that ever so slightly, dives to the bottom in 3 and 4. If Brazier drifts up and Kerry gets the run off the bottom, it's going to work for the Madman. The American Racing Wheels, Caneric Racing.
Smart drive.
Number 29, the Madman. KCP Racing bringing us this one. $1,900 on the line. The Madman, he's looking all right at the moment.
And remember too, Stewie, every spot he makes up is every spot he's got to give up if he's going to take the challenge.
Correct.
So it's working against him.
But there's some cash on the line.
How about any Benny Atkinson fans here tonight? This guy has a lot of fans, not just here, but in the territory as well. So it's Benny against Kerry. We're slotting forward, getting closer and closer to pole. Thanks to KCP Racing for their wonderful support. Ian Madsen came in this morning with the credit card from the team. I said, we want to get behind tonight. So who wants Benny Atkinson to win this? Who wants the Madman to win it? Who doesn't care as long as it's a good race? Atkinson, good launch. Benny Atkinson with the runs on the board. He gets the low groove worked out. Kerry's going to have to pedal from here. Look at him run the cushion. Back out of turn 4. 1 lap to go. Kerry staying upstairs. Benny making the low group work. And it's looking to be Ben Atkinson. Come on, Sydney. Here comes Kerry Madson. Whoa! There is some speed up there. Ben Atkinson will win. Kerry Madson will go back to the pits. And Michaela, I know you're in there somewhere. I want you to keep Kerry Madson very close, because we need to ask him the question after this shootout finishes. Does he want to go back to position 19? What do you think, fans? Should he go back? He's certainly got the speed, Stewie, just raw speed.
Yeah, exactly right. Warren Ferguson, you're still up here in the box. Obviously, Stephen Lyon's going to come round. Now, Kerry's coming to the infield to be able to give us that decision. Now, I'm surprised that's happening for starters. I thought he might have gone back and spoke to his crew chief and stuff like that on that. So, in your eyes, would you go to 19?
Wow, that'd be a big decision tonight. This is a hard track to pass, hard track to go forward. But you know what? For all you fans, I really hope that Kerry takes the 19.
This is cool. He's come straight for me to tell me.
Here we go. Well, come on, Wado.
Kerry Madson, will you take the D19 challenge?
Yeah, well, wouldn't you? 10th to the 19th. Of course we'll give it a go.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Come on, race fans. Show your appreciation. The Madman will come out of 19.
Go get him, man.
I just hope I can put it go. Look at the fans. It's absolutely fantastic crowd of fans we have there tonight. We really appreciate it, and we're going to put a great show for you guys. We really appreciate your support.
Get after it for Scotty.
Absolutely.
Oh, baby. Kerry. Affirmative. About it.
Hey, Wado, did you get goosebumps then?
Oh, heck yes.
Lyons and Atkinson. Lyons on the bottom side. This is South Australia versus Northern Territory. Lyons from Mount Gambier in South Australia. Benny from Darwin in the Northern Territory. Benny rails it in on the bottom in 3 and 4. Lyons keeps the foot in the bucket out of 4. Both off the racetrack on the front straight. Benny almost got out of the gas. He come down. He's gone down to the bottom in 1 and 2. He's not going to give up. Stephen Lyons in the halls. Number 3. Down into 3 and 4. Well, he's committed to the top side. Didn't go to the bottom and try it out. Benny Atkinson will start out of position 9. Ben Atkinson out of 9.
Do you know what's cool? Kerry said to me in the pits just before when we were doing the helmet collections, I'll let you know after the pole shootout. I would have thought that meant I'll tell you when the whole thing's over.
Yeah.
But he just rolled straight in. He doesn't care what the track's going to do. He's like, heck yeah, I'm doing it. It's great to have Andrew Wright in some good touch here tonight. The Hitachi number 78 from Muswellbrook. So anybody from the Hunter Valley, that kind of area, yeah, baby. Looks like the Hitachi guys or the Wright Racing Group are here as well. And Andrew rolls out alongside Stephen Lyons. Anybody from South Australia here tonight? Anybody from New South Wales? So it's kind of never going to be State of Origin football style, that matchup. Although we'd love to play New South Wales in Aussie rules, although you'd probably pinch the Swans, so that doesn't count. So Andrew on the inside, he was a very, very handy speed car and litre car racer back in the day. And a former street stock champ and 2-time Warrnambool Classic winner, plus World Series champ Stephen Lyons. Time to get after it. Wright v. Lyons. Andrew gets a good start. Lyons, he goes to the cushion. Andrew stays to the bottom. Here comes the Halls Motorsport number 3, but Andrew looks good. Look at Lyons, he run the cushion. Here comes the number 3 on the outside. 1 lap to go. The Andrew Wright fans are speechless. Lyons, what a drive on the outside. Wright keeps it pinned. Look at Lyons, he on the top. Checkered flag is beckoning. Stephen Lyons, great drive. He had to be precise on the top. Righty will start on the 4th row. Come on, folks, how about some noise for Stephen Lyons? KCP Racing. And Dylan Jenkins now, a pair of South Australians and a pair of good mates right here.
So remember, KCP Racing have put up $1,900 for the man that moves forward the most in this pole shuffle. At the moment, it is Kerry Madson. He's moved up 2 spots. Stephen Lyons wins this one. That's equal 2 spots. So Jenkins is going to start on the inside. Lyons is probably happy about that on the outside because he knows his car's working right around the top side of the racetrack.
The ultimate quiet achiever, this guy in the 51 car. They are truck mechanics, got a big business in Bordertown, and he actually got married. His bridal car was a Kenworth Prime Mover.
As you do.
Now that is true love.
To the Kenworth? Or to the brand new wife? Well, we're about to find out which South Aussie will start out of position 7. Jenkins on the inside, he goes. Lines really didn't. We stay yellow now.
Oh, someone's going out.
This is where it gets interesting. You're going to see one of these cars, more than likely, go off the back straight.
Someone's about to go in the naughty corner.
There it is.
And it's Dylan Jenkins. You cannot jump the start. They only get one chance at it.
Warren Ferguson, in that situation, it's all about hitting that white line together. Sometimes you want to get that edge and it doesn't pay off.
Yeah, that's true, but they're pretty tough on it here, and it's good to see. You know, the two cars have to hit the white line together, and
wow.
You know, Dylan jumped early, maybe a little bit of not the local knowledge, if that's the right thing to say.
What a matchup here, guys. What a matchup. One from Mount Gambier, one from Warrnambool. Going to say a big hello to a couple of people you know pretty well too, Stewie, and Alistair McKean, and also Tanny are up from Warrnambool here for tonight. Anybody from Warrnambool here?
Yep, me.
Anybody going to the Classic next weekend? Lyonsy a dual winner, and Veal his best chance yet to win it, I think, Stewie.
Yeah, he started on the front row last year, didn't he? So let's see what happens. Having a cracker of a year. Veal in the black and green, 35 lines in the 3. 2 laps. Who's going to start out of position 6? That's what we're going to find out. Veal gets a nice start on the bottom side. Lyons is going to wind up on the top side. It's all about, if you get out of turn 2 nicely and you nail 3 and 4, you got that momentum. So Veal goes to the top. Lyons about a half a car length higher on the racetrack than Veal. Loses some ground coming on the front straight, goes to the bottom. For the first time to Stephen Lyons. Veal on the top side through 3 and 4. Now Lyons goes to the bottom. Does he try and get the run off the bottom? Not going to work for him. Jamie Veal continues on, or will continue on. That means Lyons starts out of position 6. Now, incidentally, Wado, that means that Kerry Madson and Stephen Lyons have both moved up 2 positions.
Oh.
And we're going to work out who's going to get the $1,900.
And the way it works is the highest finisher in the shootout, Stewie. That's how we separate it.
All right, cool. Thank you.
So I know we got a few fans of this guy in the number 7. He lives in Iluka in Western Australia. The team is Queensland-based in the Surfers Paradise area, but he's a Milpera boy at heart, this guy. Have we got any Robbie Farr fans in the house? Loves his Bulldogs. And he's about to get after it. Robbie Farr and Jamie Veal. Plenty of pride on the line for this one. Your KCP Racing pole shootout on Scott Darley night. D19, hashtag D19. They bring him around perfectly. Farry's been there and done that around this place, and Veal is the hot ticket lately. Robbie edges into the lead. He goes straight to the cushion. Veal goes to the bottom. Veal is your leader out of 2. Now, does Farry slide job? You bet he does. Back to the inside. Veal will come back at him. Oh, Robbie lost a ton of ground there. I don't think he's going to get a look now. Veal is very smooth on the throttle. Come on, Sydney. How about it for Jamie Veal? The real deal. Robbie had one look. It was a flirtation. It was a little kiss, just a hint of tongue, but it wasn't a pash as Vealy ran away. Oh, look out. They just keep rolling out when it comes to state pride from Sans Souci in New South Wales. Though, of course, these days he lives in America with his lovely wife, Amy, and his kids, Garrett and Emma. Brooke Tatnell, Stewie. This is very juicy.
Yes, that it is. And a quick shout out to Jordan and Cooper Beard sitting back down there in Cobden while Mum and Dad are up here enjoying a weekend. Jordan and Cooper, hope you're enjoying this, boys, back down there in Cobden. Brooke Tatnell comes to the inside. Vealy on the outside. Brooke setting the pace very, very, very slowly. I feel like putting the hourglass on. But you can do that. Veal on his outside. Warren Ferguson giving it the thumbs up here, saying, good idea by Brooke Tatnell. So they hit it together. So Tatnell in the Cricky Motorsport, cool. Just looking, how small, actually, Warren Ferguson, you have a look when Brooke Tatnell comes past, how small his left rear is compared to Veal's.
Yeah.
So Brooke on the bottom, Veal on the top side. Hey, might be my eyes, but it just certainly looks like it to me. They might be the same. So Veal bangs the cushion in 1 and 2. Brooks is going to rail in on the bottom side. Veal's going to try and get the momentum through 3 and 4 on the top side, but Brooke will get it done.
Shuey, I'm just down here with Kerry. He's watching the giant screen. It's like you're at the drive-ins here, Kerry.
Yeah, it is. Just kind of mad at myself for not being out there long ago.
What do you think at the moment with the racetrack?
I'd like to see... Oh, it's pretty good. It should be good racing.
Inside working at the moment?
Yeah, right now, obviously, the inside, but there's a little bit of a push on entry, but you're going to have a real good car to get off the corners to make some grades, so we'll go back and we'll make some adjustments and see what we can do.
Now rolling out from Young in New South Wales, from the cherry capital of New South Wales, 20 years of age, Jackson Delamont. This kid has been a massive improver over the last few weeks. The ever-smiling Jackson Delamont up against Brooke Tatnell in the TEH Cricky Motorsports Hot Rod. Jackson for Mad Harry Steele, the K. Watching him roll around just here. It went past Kerry's car on the infield just then, just watching the KPC chassis. The Jason Myers special originally, of course, when Jason drove for Mad Harry, and here we go. Good launch for Brooke. Jackson runs him hard into 1 though. Whoa, Brooke keen to keep him out of the game. It is cutthroat stuff. As Ian Madsen said, it's motorsport, not motor mate. They're both down the bottom. Brooke looking a whole lot more racy down the bottom. Jackson's going to crush it. Run the outside and try and make something work. Come on, Brooke Tatnell fans. How about some noise for the number 2 KMS Hot Rod? So Brooke edges forward, and Kerry casting a wary eye over each driver that gets further and further up the order. And how about this warhorse from South Australia? They don't come much more resistant than Evergreen Trevor Green, Stewie.
No, exactly right. And Trevor was up here in the box a little earlier and seen what the track was doing, and he was like, I've got to get out of here and go and change my race car. Interesting, he's gone to the top. Just feel the car out in that newly stick-it-up Nadrad, number 11. Australia-wide towing on board as well.
And his good mate Paul is up there from Motor Atco, up at the bar there, just down the road at Parramatta Road in Granville. Big supporter of Trevor's, had the car on display out there.
It looked good too, actually. I drove past a couple of times. I'm like, oh, there's Trev's sprint car.
It's pretty sexy.
Yep. So Brooke on the bottom, Brooke on the outside. This is to determine who's going to start on pole tonight. Well, Trevor's run Brooke hard down on that front straight. Brooke's coming around on the inside, catches that inside pole line, loses ground on Trevor Green. Trevor's the defending champion of this race. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, he won it last year. So he wants to start on pole again this year and do it a little easier. Down into 1 and 2 on the bottom as well. Tatnell a lot lower than what Trevor was on the entry into 1. Trevor Green, ladies and gentlemen, will start on pole tonight in the Scott Darley Sprint Car Challenge here at Valvoline Raceway. Brooke Tatnell will start on his outside.